Huntington, where the home team is hungry for a win. Marshall's Keon Davis, one of the most electric return men in Conference USA. FAU's Trey Hendrickson on the preseason Defensive Player of the Year watch list. Herd and Owls in Huntington, and there's our Doug Chapman out there getting ready for the game. Enjoy it, Doug. His 1996 National Championship team is being honored. We send it out to Huntington, West Virginia right now.
They are celebrating homecoming in Huntington, West Virginia, honoring over a century of Marshall football. And the festivities come to an end tonight as the Thundering Herd meet the Owls of FAU. Michael Clark, think about it. Coming into the season, he had not played football in over 4 years.
And when you really look at all of his tools, he's 6'7", 212 pounds, former basketball player that was brought here by actually the quarterback, Linton, to get him to come here and play for the Herd. And look at this phenomenal job with his hands. I mean, just because he played basketball doesn't mean he'll be a good football player, but as it turns out, this guy can really play.
Glad you're with us tonight. Perfect night for football. Temperature in the low 70s. Will be in the mid-60s by the end of the game. Very little wind and a beautiful moon hovering over Huntington right now. And FAU will begin 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And behind him is going to be Keon Davis. Had that 99-yard kickoff return last week versus North Texas. Linton goes with a deep out, throws it out on the flat. Pass caught by Ryan Juracek, the tight end. His 14th reception of the year.
Good throw right here by Linton. I like the fact that they want to get him into a throwing rhythm early, give him some good out routes, some 5-yard throws. See the inside slot receiver, break speed route, speed cut right to the sideline. And a good throw by Linton, good completion for Marshall. Yeah, you got to be able to turn that thing around on 3rd down. You got to move those chains, and 2nd and long is not a good scenario to be in.
Linton looking down the middle, has a man caught. Juracek, his 2nd reception of the ball game.
Beautiful throw by Linton. That was right on the button, right over the top of the linebacker's head, in between the safeties. You'll see him set up in his pocket. Look at this thing, ripped right down the middle of the field. You couldn't throw it any better than that. Great job right there by Linton.
24 consecutive games, Juracek has caught a pass. And now Marshall returning the favor. Linton, play action, dumps it off near side, Knight.
I like it. The play calling is designed to get this Florida team running sideline to sideline, get this defensive line moving, not allow them to get comfortable and pin their ears back at the quarterback. Good series of calls right here by Marshall's offense.
Davis right side, big hole into the secondary, cuts back, 5-4, touchdown Marshall.
Great job by the offensive line of Marshall. You can see early on there's a little confusion, as you know, that they're doing this check with me system from the sideline, but the right play call was on. Both interior linemen pulling to the sideline. That's big 61 Levi Brown and right guard Michael Selby. Look at these guys pulling out, lead blocking for the running back. There's no one even touches him because of what these guys do up front. Great cutback right here. Excellent job right here by Marshall. That's 24 Keon Davis all the way into the end zone.
It was impressive.
I like the play calls. Got Littleton going right off the bat with some outside throws, just getting him warmed up, get the ball going. Had a great throw right over the middle right here to Ryan Juracek, who's on a great job at tight end at 6'2", 232. Then you'll see right here, this is the big run by Davis. One cutback move to the end zone, untouched. Great response by Marshall here on homecoming.
He's got a big leg. His numbers are down this year at 39.6. Eilik Foster. He'll field it at the 27, cuts left. Gets away from the first wave, gets up to the 45-yard line. Good job on the first return of the night.
Havoc defensive front.
That's exactly right. One for one on 3rd down tonight so far. Linton goes to put it up. They have a little slip play. Pass is caught, 1st down, stringing it out, running backwards though. We're going to have to see where they're going to mark that.
Havoc defensive front right there by Florida. All that does is cause the offensive line to kind of have a second guess on who they should block. But it didn't bode so well because the linebacker came off the edge. And right here, Linton does a great job of finding his hot read. Good cutback right there by the receiver to give himself a little.
Only 3 career receptions coming into tonight. Now he's got 4. Linton play action. Slipping again inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Linton looks in such great form tonight as opposed to last week as he completes the pass to Emmanuel Bird. He's in much better rhythm than he was last week.
And it's a lot easier for him because what Florida's doing, they're not pressuring the slot receivers. They're giving the slot receivers a lot of green grass to work with. So that's an easy throw for Litton.
Well, Amaretto Curry's going to attempt a 31-yard field goal. He missed 2 last week, 48 and 42 yards. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. Ball coming your way. Good to have you with us tonight. Along with Derek Lewis, I'm Ron Thulin. Ball is fumbled at the 1. White tries to get out, hit at the 10-yard line. And it'll be bad field position. Al tries the left side, being chased by a bunch of green jerseys. And he is going to be dropped by Ryan B. That'll be his 4.5 tackle for a loss this season. B, along with Gary Thompson, 2 outstanding defensive ends for Marshall. And he lost yards then. That'll force Parr to put it up. Steps up in the pocket. He is going to be dropped. That'll be a loss of about 3 on the play. Ryan B again.
You'll see him right here come off the edge, right here, middle of your screen. Good job right there, push and pull on the tackle, getting right inside, making the tackle on the young quarterback.
And that really hurt him, giving up those double-digit yardage. And then Parr, he's going to go deep down the far side.
Ooh.
Has a man, ball hangs in the air, incomplete.
Excellent
Good defensive play at the last second by Rodney Allen.
Rodney Allen does a great job. You can see he has catch-up speed. And I don't know, I think if Parr throws this a little earlier, they might be dancing on the sideline. The receiver had to wait on it. You'll see him slowing down, waiting on the ball right here. But look at that makeup speed. Excellent job getting his hands in there, breaking that thing up. That was a good throw. Would have been better, but I'm sure they've got something up their sleeves.
Yet to make a reception. They haven't even thrown to him yet. Litton going down the middle. Pass is caught. Josh Knight got the first down.
Excellent play action right here by Litton. Great job with the ball. Just manipulating the ball, causing the defense. Look at that. Excellent job rolling, waiting on that safety to step over, puts the ball right in the window. Great job by the receiver going up with all hands, making the catch.
FAU 1st and 5. Handed off. Howell tries to cut back. He lost the football, and it's still loose. And I think Marshall got it. And they have.
Fighting for that extra effort. It looks like the ball popped out of there somehow. Should get a shot on. You know, we got some great camera guys here. But it looks like him fighting forward to try and get the first down. Somehow the ball popped out of there.
Well, Blake Keller, the junior out of Bradenton, Florida, came up with it.
Right, so you'll see right across the toes of the quarterback as Howell tries to make it to the sideline. He cuts back and tries to drive forward for the yardage to get the sticks moving. And right there, the ball bounce out. Looks like number 11 for the Herd. Rodney Allen pulls that thing out of there, and no one even knows it's on the ground. No one knows it's on the ground, and it's Herd ball.
So opportunity wasted for FAU, and on Marshall, they get the ball at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10.
Prime opportunity right here for Marshall to get a good sustained drive, eat up some clock, and take the lead.
Play action, quick pass over the middle, complete up to the 22-yard line. Overthrew a lot of receivers against North Texas. Nice mix of run and pass again. Here's Foster. He got the first down and then some. Up over the 30 to the 35-yard line before Herb Miller knocked him out.
Ran over everybody, including Michael Clark, to get that first down off the left side. You'll see him coming right off the edge here. Good speed to the sideline, and bang, right there, runs right over Clark and everybody else to go and move those chains. So
for Marshall, they'll go with 3 wide receivers, bottom of your screen, but Litton looks over the middle. Going deep, right down the middle, caught. Josh Knight, touchdown.
Everybody is keying in on Michael Clark, and everyone else is having the night they need to have for this team to win. Right over the top, right on the button by Chase Litton to Clark. Beautiful throw, post route, right over the top of the safety, and that's how you get some momentum going on your sideline. Right here, you see him, he looks straight ahead, looks over there to Clark, there's nothing there, comes right over the top of the safety's head, post route, beautiful throw and catch. That's textbook right there, that's how you do it.
65.
So much confidence right now. Look at that thing, right over the top to the outreached arms of Knight, who will not be caught. Touchdown, Thunder and Herd. Right here, you see both safeties is showing this cover 2 shell right over the top. And once again, they've got Michael Clark over there with a safety over the top of him. So there's so much attention to Clark that these other guys are slipping through the seams. And Knight comes right between both safeties on a post route, right out the slot. And no one saw it until the ball was up in the air.
Yet to accomplish that goal. But they do have the football now. And there's the FAU offense going nowhere because White, a loss of 4 on the play. Singletary. Nothing doing. Good pursuit by that defense led by Kendall Gant coming from that strong safety spot.
Man, B is all over the field tonight. You'll see him. Good job of establishing the edge and then running down the ball carrier who had to make an acrobatic catch. But B is on everything. There's nowhere that the ball has been.
To find out the condition as soon as it's made available to us. And now Marshall goes back to work. Litton connects again with the big tight end. Juracek, his 3rd catch. Well, they spelled it better than I do, so that's pretty good. Jason Driscoll is in at quarterback. They hand it off to Singletary, and he's going to be dragged, but they will give him about a 2-yard lead. And when your margin of error is slim and you're trying to get back on the winning track, you got to be smart. Pass is complete. It'll be short of the first down by about 1:30 to work with.
Now you can execute that 2-minute drill you've been working on all week.
And Litton rifling the pass, caught. Bird, the tight end, still on his feet. Emmanuel Bird with the reception. Bird and Juracek tonight have combined for 6 catches. Jalen Young finally brought him down.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's a fast tight end. I thought that was a wide receiver for a second. I had to take a second look at the roster.
Well, 13 catches on the season for Bird. Litton throws over the middle, caught down to the 21-yard line. Nick Matthews with his 1st catch of the season. Driscoll, he wants it all. Throws into the end zone, pass incomplete.
Great job by the defense right there on Marshall. That's number 3, Chris Jackson on the play on the defense. That's a great job of staying right in the hip pocket of the receiver, keeping his eyes low, getting his head around. Does he get his head around? No, he does not, but he rips the ball out because it should have been complete right here. Excellent job of just getting his hands up, ripping the ball out before the receiver can come down with it, breaking that.
That's 2nd down and 10 with 14 seconds left. FAU with all 3 timeouts remaining. Driscoll picked off. Just floated in the air. Marshall was sitting there ready for it. And they come up with the interception, and it's Chris Jackson, the 1st of his career.
First, he makes the big break up on to stop the touchdown. Then he comes right back and intercepts the screen, which I don't know what Driscoll, why he threw it so high. I think he saw that the defense recognized screen, so tried to throw it over the line, over the defensive end's head. But right there, you see Jackson right in the flats to pick that thing off. Big pass break up. Interception on the very next play. Great reaction right there by Chris Jackson.
You know, we just talked about it, too. Well, when you think of the 1996 Division I AA FCS champion, Marshall Thundering Herd, first name may come to mind is Randy Moss. But our own Doug Chapman was a freshman running back on the team that went on to rush for more than 4,000 career yards, scored 61 touchdowns. And Doug is here tonight, your first time ever for homecoming festivities.
First time ever not working during homecoming. I was back once calling the game, but actually it's my first homecoming ever. It's great to be back. I love Huntington. I love my school. And so it's definitely great being back.
Talk about that team, because that was a very special team, and I had a chance to talk to your coach, Bob Pruitt, about that squad, how special it was. The whole team was introduced prior to tonight's game. You did get the biggest round of applause, I got to admit that. I paid them. But he was saying how special it was, that team.
It was, and the thing is that we don't consider ourselves teammates. We look at ourselves like family, like brothers, and that's the way we interacted. And you can see off the field how close our bond is. We're in each other's weddings. We're the godfathers of each other's children, and we saw each other as family, not just teammates. And I think that's what helped us have that unique bond on and off the field. And I was 50-4 in my 4 years. We lost 4 games in 4 years here, and it wasn't just because of me or guys like Randy Moss or Chad Pennington. It was because our team and the family we had as a football team was that close, and the community of Huntington. It was very much tied into us as well. So it was one big, it was a perfect storm, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Kind of get out of here with a W.
Well, you know, if not, Doug, they're going to have to bring you down the sideline. You're going to have to do a little coaching.
I got one play left. I got one play left in me. One play and about 4 yards left in me. That's about it.
Now let's see if Chase Litton can pick up from that opening half, because he did look in much better rhythm than he has the last couple of weeks. They'll keep it on the ground, running it with Keon Davis. Davis, good first down yardage, gets about 8 on the play. Clark starts to go in motion, gets tight. They stick to the run game. Right side, banging away. Davis bounces to the outside, gets into FAU territory. Soro pulling him down, but not before he gets down to the 46.
All of the success for Marshall's offense has come in the run game. Straight ahead, A-gap runs. You'll see him pulling the guard and the tackle, but the ball goes vertically, straight up the field, and that's when they've had their most success.
Juracek, the tight end, he's in the slot top of your screen. Good opening drive for the Herd. Looking for Juracek. Got Juracek. Gets the first down. I like the fact, gentlemen, and I'll start with you, Derek, the fact they're using the tight ends, Juracek and Bird. Right now, between them, they have 7 receptions.
Yeah, Juracek has been the one that they've gone to more because of these sideline catches that he's made and all the positive yards.
I'm going to go. You two guys are obviously known for these striped socks. Talk about playing with Randy Moss.
It was choose your poison with us. Because if you go and you play nickel and dime, I'm going to kill you on the inside. And if you try to go man, you see that right there? That's what's going to happen. That was Motor City Bowl against Ole Miss. And he's just a freakish athlete. He did things once he caught the ball that very few men on planet Earth could do. And that's why he's future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest wide receivers to play at the collegiate and professional level. He was just so special as a player. And it took away defensively 60% of what you can do, because you have to account for 88. Wherever he is, I don't care if you want to blitz, you see 88, you're sacked. That corner can't come. You can't leave that guy unattended with just a safety on him. So he literally opened up our entire playbook and closed a lot of defensive playbooks. It looks like Trey Hendrickson is checked into the ball game. He's in the huddle right now. Let's see if they utilize him on this 4th down play.
Well, they wanted to use him as kind of a fullback / tight end. Kierith White now with the ball, and he slips and falls and stopped. Good job by Chris Jackson, who's already got an interception for this Marshall defense coming up from the cornerback spot. And we've got a player down for FAU.
Chris Jackson is having a game of his life right now as a freshman, breaking up touchdowns, interception. Now right there, a beautiful stop on 4th down to give Marshall the ball. Look at him come right on the outside edge. Running back's trying to avoid him, slips down.
Monarchs are 4-2 this season, while the Hilltoppers are 4-3 after their impressive win earlier today. Pass caught.
Josh Light receives the pass from Litton.
Tell you what, Litton has hit so many of these out routes tonight that that's what's got him so comfortable in the pocket so far. It just seems like he hadn't had to make any difficult throws. All of his throws have been rhythm timing throws, and they've been complete, and that's why he just seems just so poised tonight.
Well, Litton so far 18 of 25, 217 yards, 1 interception. That was in the end zone. They had a very impressive drive going on when he threw that. Inside of 5:45 now to play in quarter number 3. Litton will put it up. Here comes the pressure. The deep out pass is caught inside the 40-yard line by Michael Clark.
Finally getting Clark going. The first half, he's literally been just, I didn't think like he was even on the field. Right here, just a deep comeback route. Good throw by Litton to the sideline. Great route, hands, get the ball down, out of bounds. Now we got to get him fired up so the rest of these guys can get going.
That's a 2nd catch for Clark tonight, and this is kind of like deja vu all over again. Just showing a lot of confidence in their offense. Litton taking his time. The quick pump. Throws it to the near side. Pass caught by Bird, the tight end. Has another first down, getting down to the 45-yard line. So Emmanuel Bird, he has 4 receptions. Juracek has 4 receptions.
I like Bird. This is a tight end that can play slot. He can play on the outside. Look at the quickness of this big guy. That is very rare to find someone that kind of size that can move laterally. And
3rd down tonight.
My coach's words, if you touch it, you should catch it.
Exactly.
One hand on it.
3rd down and 8. Rifle in the pass.
Wow.
Caught! What a catch by Clark.
Wow.
In between 2 defenders.
That's a grown man out there. That's what, when you've got Guy 6'7" with that type of size and that type of frame. All he literally did was reached out and snatched the ball away from both defenders. You see the safety come across with a chance to break it up, and he literally snatches the ball out of the air and continues on up the field. That's a big.
Michael Clark at 6'7".
Right there, just runs a button hook route right on the numbers, and the cornerback thought the ball was broken up out of bounds or something. I don't think he realized Clark even caught the ball.
Good snap, good holds, got the leg. Splits the upright.
That is not a bad finish for the offense from Marshall. I know I was always taught that a field goal by the offense.
Hey, Coach, you got to coach Randy Moss. He's an athletic ability like none other. This coach, Doc Holliday, is getting the chance with Michael Clark to see his athletic ability. What do you see from Michael Clark's potential?
He's really got great hands. He's got great height. I think as soon as he learns how to play football, he's a basketball player. I think he's going to do quite well. We're excited to have him here.
20 years later, you're back on the sideline, your 1996 team being honored this weekend. What's it feel like to be a fan?
Well, it's awesome. You know, to see all these guys coming back here, it's just great to see them and their families. We had a great football team.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Now the kick out of the end zone. Had a chance to spend some time with Coach Bob Pruitt yesterday, and great storyteller. Said Doug Chapman was the only player he had that got hurt in warm-ups and couldn't play a game, which I thought was good. But he also said, I said, you know, Coach, I don't think people realize there were 9 seniors as Coach Pruitt heads up to the big boxes. There were 9 seniors on that team, I think, that played in the National Football League, and we figured out at least 15 from that team went on to play, the 96 team went on to play in the NFL. That is impressive for a school this size.
Absolutely, and there was so much talent. I mean, I had no idea who Marshall was until Randy Moss and Doug Chapman and those guys. I mean, they brought a swagger to the community, a swagger. I mean, I started seeing them on Thursday Night Football, and that team really put Marshall on the map.
Absolutely. Well, now FAU, can they answer the field goal by Marshall? They go right back to the ground game like they have tonight and even last week. Driscoll looks, steps up in the pocket, rifle in the pass again. Not a good pass, incomplete. Terry Richardson was on the coverage.
I don't know if Driscoll just wanted to force that one in there because he had 2 wide open receivers on the right hash. He had one on a post, and you'll see it come right across your face here. There's a post route coming right across the field wide open, and he forced that thing. Look at this receiver right here. Look at number 7 right here. It's wide open, and he just does not make.
We just want these guys to play fast against Marshall. So far, they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, because they're playing now. It's simple schemes, so they can react and not have to think. Great hit right there in the open field on the receiver on the edge right there.
Andrew Sorrow.
You'll see right here on the inside, breaking out to the sideline, 3-step cut to the edge, and look at the drive by the safety. Pow, wrap up and tackle. That's how you do it at home, kids. If you're a high school player, that's how you do it right there. Don't go grab jersey. Go put your helmet down, wrap him up, take him to the ground.
Good pickup of 7. Litton, the out pass to Josh Knight. That's going to be complete. Good enough for another first.
They have a good group of receivers as well. So those are the guys that they're preparing for every day. I think they could hold up well against anybody.
Litton, simple out pattern.
Good move.
Good caught. A little dancing around, short of the first down. Josh Knight. Now they're going to attempt a kick. Vedvik. Thinking it might have been a fake, but instead he just booms it. Hits it to 5. Good job. Marshall covering it up inside the 5. They'll down it at the 4.
But when Howell's coming downhill, you better strap up and get ready for a collision.
Driscoll steps up, and he is going to be wrapped up. And then thrown back. Great job by Omari Cobb, the outstanding young freshman out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. He started the last few games, but he made his presence felt here.
And great job by him of getting to the quarterback because there were about 2 or 3 open receivers down the field. They applied so much pressure that they gave him some secondary support. And luckily, he got there and got that sack, or it could have been a tough down for Marshall.
First sack of the game for the Marshall defense. Now FAU facing 3rd and 12. Driscoll looks right now, steps up. They've got him again. Tries to slip away, not going to be able to do it.
Now that's how the offense can come out with a little fire. When the defense goes out there and makes some great stops like that, 2 sacks on the quarterback, the offense comes out with a different kind of swagger. You'll see him setting up right there. There's nowhere to go. Great job by the defensive front by Marshall of corralling the quarterback, getting him to the ground. The quarterback, every time they come to the line of scrimmage, they need to check and make sure that they have extra protection with the running back because he's so fast.
Completes the pass to Bird, and they'll get the first down. Emmanuel Bird, 5 catches tonight. Stochak, that's a tough cover for him from that safety spot.
Bird is a weapon. I mean, you have to account for him with a linebacker. The guy's too big and fast for a linebacker to run with, and he's physical because he can block like a tackle.
Davis bangs his way. That'll be good enough for the first down. Gets inside the 35 to the 34.
Nice. Nice. That is a very good play for Marshall right there. Just showing some straight-ahead power running. Look at that offensive line getting some push. Great job right there for the offensive line by number 58.
5-man rush. Litton the deep out. Has a man wide open. First down. Going to Pater. Touchdown. No. They're going to say stepped out of bounds. Justin Hunt.
Great throw by Litton, though. I got to give it to him. He put that thing on a rope from the far hash. That is a very long throw across the field. Great job right there of getting to the blind spot of the defensive back. He almost fell down expecting a go route. Broke the tackle, got up the sideline. You got to lay out for that pylon, man. Yeah. Lay out and go get that touchdown.
Litton just hands it off straight ahead, running, reaching for the goal line, waiting for the signal. Touchdown, Marshall.
It almost looked like it was a busted play.
Right.
Because it almost appeared as if Keon Davis was looking at the sideline for another signal, and then the ball was snapped, and somehow he still broke through for the touchdown. So it just, I don't know if it was a miscommunication or what, but you'll see him in the backfield. He kind of stands up, but then he just takes like, okay, and just runs up the field behind his tackle and powers himself into the end zone for a touchdown and the Marshall lead.
They're going to go for 2. I agree, because he stood up and he kind of was looking around, and I thought, we'll take a look at it with him.
So, right, he makes first contact on the 5-yard line, and he's driving himself through. But what they're trying to determine, look at the face mask right there, that wasn't called. But the knee goes down right there. The ball had not broken the plane yet. It should go down maybe on the 1-yard line.
Look at it from.
But that's still not a call on the face mask right there, so they got away with one.
It looked like the knee may have hit at the 1. That first angle's a little deceptive.
Or it's just going to prevent too many opportunities.
After review, the runner's arm and the ball was down short of the goal line. The ball will be placed at the half-yard line.
Davis behind Litton. Davis bangs his way in. Touchdown, Marshall.
That's how you will yourself a touchdown right there. He just would not let up. He's got a flag for taking his helmet off, but that was a relentless push right there by that offensive front. And Davis behind him, just churning those legs, trying to get himself into the end zone. Nothing fancy about that. Nothing fancy about that. Just put the ball in the running back's belly and let him go. And you'll see him right here lower his hat and just drive those legs as the offensive lineman drive and push with him. Then when he jumps up, he pulls his helmet off and he gets himself a flag. I'm sure.
Doc does not like that guy. Yeah, I've known Doc a long time. Here goes a 2-point conversion. Litton looks, rifles the pass, caught. Josh Knight. A huge 2-point conversion.
That is just great execution by Marshall right there. You need those 2 points to put the game away and force them to have to score a touchdown to beat you. But that is just great, excellent play calling. Excellent job by Litton. You see him step up in the pocket and zip that rifle right through the teeth of the defense. Touchdown right there. Litton was ready to go. Look at that right there. Litton is lit.
Driscoll. Safe pass. Incomplete.
Wow.
Woods couldn't get the hands underneath it.
And they've made that throw time and time again tonight. That sideline throw was so efficient all evening, and then that one time when you need it, you could not complete the ball to try and ice the game. And you can see in these guys' faces that they're upset about this. Driscoll steps up, makes a good throw, but can he hold on to the ball to make the catch? He does not. Bobbles around. That's why you have to catch the ball with your hands. It was a great game tonight.
How about Josh Knight tonight, though, for Marshall? What a standout performance. 9 receptions, 128 yards, a touchdown. He had a 65-yarder. Chase Litton, he'll end up tonight 27 of 39, 330 yards. But Doc Holliday and company get the win.